Hi everyone. In today's video, I will be cash stuffing $455, which is from my first paycheck of May. This amount is lower than what I normally work with because I only worked 1 out of the 2 weeks for this pay period. And my boyfriend and I are in the process of adjusting how we budget, and I'll tell you guys more about this at the end of the video. So I have $455 here, and we'll give this a quick count and get started. 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, so that's 400, 10, 420, 425, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5. So $455 here. And then for tip money this week, I have $25. Groceries this week is getting $50. And then I will also put in the $25 here. Treat is getting $15. I'm excited that it's going to be a new month, but you guys, it's going to be winter here next month in Australia, which is crazy. Eating out is getting 53. Oops, I put all of these together. So 51, 2, 3. So I left the States last year in June to travel around, and I've basically been chasing summer. I was in Europe for 5 months before coming to Australia, and then their summer months are December through February. So my last winter was over a year ago, which is really crazy. Activities is going to be getting $10. And then personal is getting $55. And lately the temperatures have been, it's been around, it's not even bad. It's been like 50s, maybe like high 40s in the morning, but I'm just so cold when I get into work. Pedro is getting 25. And so all of today, I feel like I just stayed really cold. Like my feet were, like my toes were numb at work, and I just felt like I was losing feeling. And then like, I don't mean to be dramatic, but I'm just really cold. I don't know how else to describe it. I've become a wussy from just, you know, being blessed with hot weather for a year, and now that it's just slightly cold, I can't handle it. Household is going to get $15. And it's really funny because I was living in Colorado the last 3-4 years, and it could get up to like, or down to like negative 11 degrees. And even then it wasn't that cold. And I think it's because of the low humidity. But I think just now I'm not used to the cold. So it's really getting to me right now. Wish list is getting $5. And as you can see, a lot of my envelopes are empty, and that's because there's just been a lot of time in between my last cash stuffing, and I just kind of been doing everything digitally instead of doing my budgeting this way with the prop money. But I'm now ready to get back into it, even though there's a lot of changes, and yeah. So it feels really good to be stuffing these again. Gifts is going to get $60, and gifts still have something. So now in gifts, I have $50, $70, $80, $90, $100. Transportation is going to be getting $10. Miscellaneous is getting $62, and this is just paying for my nursing registration fee that's coming up at the end of the month. So now I have 50, 100, 10, 20, 21, 22, 23. So $123 to go towards that. And then credit card, this is a new envelope that I recently started, and it's just to pay off my card from having to use it to go back to the States last month. And today it will be getting $95. So I've got 50, 70, 90, 95. And that's the rest of this, the money that I have set aside. So vacation, if you've watched my prior videos, you know that I have been really prioritizing stuffing vacation, and I had a really good amount in here, but my boyfriend and I definitely spent everything we had in here because of the trip that we just went on a couple weeks ago whenever my friends came. But that's exactly what this was for, which was awesome to have all this extra money to spend. So my friends came to visit and we had a lot of fun traveling around Australia. We saw some penguins nearby, spent some time in Sydney, and we went on a boat for 3 days at the Great Barrier Reef. And that is it for the stuffing. So earlier I mentioned how my boyfriend and I are adjusting how we budget. So he used to put his paycheck towards bills and groceries, while my paycheck went into spending money and savings for the both of us. And that's for everything that you see me stuffing in my binder. The reason why we allocated our pay this way is because he gets paid a regular salary, and for the first 3 to 4 months of living here, my pay was so inconsistent. Like one week I was making $500 and then another week I was making $3,000. So having his paycheck go towards bills was the logical thing to do. But now I have a more consistent schedule and I want him to be able to save and have extra money to go towards whatever he wants. Like, I know he really wants new clothes soon, and he has a lot of sports obligations that becomes really expensive. So now it just feels right for us to go back to splitting our expenses and working towards our own goals. So once he sees what he has left over after setting aside some money for savings and a buffer for spending, he'll send me whatever is left so I can stuff that money towards travel savings. And I think it's hilarious how simple his finances are, whereas I like to categorize, like where my money is going. But this is what works for us, and I'm all for him doing his finances however he wants. So the way that we were budgeting the past several months really worked well for us, but now I think we're just both wanting a little bit more flexibility with it. So like I felt like everything that I was making was going towards savings and things that we spend money on, like eating out is a really big category we spend on, but like I didn't have a lot of wiggle room for like personal spending, and I just felt kind of bad setting aside money for myself because I knew that the money that I was making was going towards our shared expenses, if that makes sense. So I'm excited for this change. My boyfriend and I will be splitting our bills evenly. So my paycheck or my cash stuffings going forward will be less, but I think I will be putting more money into other categories, if that makes sense. I hope I wasn't rambling and you guys are following what I've been saying. It makes sense in my head, but I don't know how it's coming out. But anyways, so this is the end of the video, and as always, thank you for watching. Please leave a comment and say hello. I really appreciate you guys stopping by, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.